Hello, everybody. If anybody's out there. And I know you can hear the fan running to this laptop, but I can't help it. Can probably hear my heater going over here too as well. Because it's in the 50s today, so you need a little bit of heat to take the chill out. I'm trying to find myself on YouTube here so I can read my chat. We've got Shatika in the house. Hello, Shatika. How are you doing today? Now, I tell you, that shot has still got me down. I took that RSV shot, what was it, Tuesday? And it still got me down. My chest hurts today. And I feel like I have not trouble breathing, but like my chest is heavy. I feel like my chest is raw, so I've been taking cough syrup, to help that. Good afternoon, Shatika. I don't have any energy. We've got Super Pappy in the house. Hello, Super Pappy and Frugal Ray. How are you folks doing today? And Paula, we got Paula in the house, Leanna. Life with Pip and Time, hello. Sorry, Life with Pip and Time, I haven't been able to get your prize in the mail yet, but I will as soon as possible. I've been too sick to do anything, and of course the post offices were closed today, so, and this is about the first day I felt like getting out and doing anything. But you'll get it as soon as I can get to the post office. It's your neighbor, Linnea. Okay. How close a neighbor? I'm fine, other than I went and got that RSV shot this past week. And I tell you, I thought I was dying. I was on the verge of calling 911 one day because I was here by myself and I was about ready to pass out. I broke out in a cold sweat. I was throwing up and it scared me. It literally scared me. And I couldn't even get to my phone to dial 911. And finally, after throwing up 4 or 5 times, I started feeling a little bit better. And I called the drugstore and I asked them about the shot. And they say, yeah, we should have told you, but that's some of the side effects from the shot that some people feel. So I felt all of them. Nausea, feverish, headache, dizziness. Some people even pass out from it. And I was on the verge of doing that. Okay, Dennis. I bet that's Brooke there at your house. Yeah, how close are you, Linnea Manis? You say you're my neighbor. I don't know how close you are. Close, or just in Texas? Hi, Brooke. How are you? Merry Christmas. You're welcome. You have a Merry Christmas, Brooklyn. Well, I'm glad you like it. I thought you would. You're a sweetheart. You deserve that. I'm doing okay, Laura. I'm just still feeling the effects of that shot. My chest is raw. I don't have any energy. I just don't. I just feel kind of down, like, like you're getting over the flu or just coming down with the flu. Well, good, Brooklyn. I'm glad to hear that. And Merry Christmas, Snow White. Finally, you're in the house. Okay, Brooklyn, you just have a good day and a Merry Christmas. And there's Kelly Cows. Hello, Kelly. How are you doing? No, I didn't get the flu shot. The drugstore called me and asked me if I was up on all my shots, and I said, "Yeah, I've got the flu shot. I've got the COVID. I don't, I don't need anything." And he said, "Well, we've got an RSV shot now." Uh, and he told me later that this was the first year they've had that to offer. And I said, "Well, I didn't even know what RSV was until someone in my chat on my channel told me that they either got diagnosed with RSV or they went in and got the shot or something. I think it was that they had it." And I asked them what it was, and they told me it was a really bad chest infection. And the druggist told me it was a lung infection that the elderly get that's really bad if you get it. So I said, "Well, sure, I'll come in and get the shot." Well, all the other shots that I've gotten, I was fine. I didn't get sick or anything. But oh my God, this one like to kill me. I was feeling a little bit down the next day, but then I got to feeling better that night. But then the next day I didn't feel good, and then by Friday, oh, I'm telling you what, I was in the floor throwing up. I was on the verge of passing out. I couldn't hold my head up. My head hurt, and it scared me to death. I broke out in this ice cold sweat. I mean, to the point my hair was soaking wet. I had sweat dripping off my face. And I thought to myself, well, dial 911. Something's going really bad. And I couldn't get to my phone at the time because I don't even know where my phone was at that particular time. But it was not here on the table. And I was sitting right here. So I said, well, I can't call. And I forgot that on this other one, even though I don't have phone service, you're allowed one emergency call. It'll make an emergency call for you. But I forgot about it. But I ended up leaning over here on the floor, and I just threw up several times. And then by the time I was able to get to the restroom, I was throwing up again. Then I went and laid down on the bed. I no sooner laid down than my stomach felt like it was turning flip-flops again. So I got up, made it to the restroom, fell in the floor on my knees, and hugged the commode, throwing up. I was deathly ill, y'all. I've never been that sick. But I called the drugstore as soon as I was able. I felt up to it. And I said, I want to ask you. I said, I have been so sick, I was on the verge of dialing 911. I said, is it the shot? I said, is this side effects or things you feel from the shot? And she said, yes. Some people have allergic reactions to what's in the shot. And they do feel dizziness, headaches, nausea, cold sweats, you name it. Well, I felt all of it really bad. It was a really bad allergic reaction to that shot. I'll never take another one because I almost died, and I told a friend of mine about it. And he said, well, my friend's aunt actually died from that shot. She said that happened to her. And I don't know if she was home by herself or not, but she evidently blacked out and never woke up again. So I said, well, after that experience, I'm never taking that shot again, I don't think. Because they didn't even warn me, that it could be that bad. Usually they warn me. They tell me that the shot could cause this, this, and this. I know they give you the little pamphlet and it's got side effects listed. If you have this allergies, don't take the shot. But they didn't ask me any of that or didn't tell me any of that. And I didn't think to read it. And I just called them and they said, yes, it is an allergic reaction to the shot. I said, well, I thought I was dying. I was on the verge of dialing 911 because I'm here by myself and it scared me to death. Yeah, they kept calling. They called me probably 3 or 4 times in 1 week. reminded me to come in and get my shots, my flu shot, my COVID shot. And I finally answered the phone and I told him, I said, look, y'all been calling me constantly and I've already had my flu shot. I've already had my COVID shot. I'm good for now. And then the last time they called, the druggist said, well, you need to come in and get your COVID and your flu shot, and we have RSV shots. And I said, well, I don't need a flu shot. I don't need a COVID shot. What is a RSV shot? And I said, I think I know because one of my subscribers on my YouTube channel said something about it in chat one night. And he told me it was a bad lung infection that the elderly get that you don't want. And I said, well, sure, I'll come in and take it. But I tell you what, I've been sick ever since. I've never had a shot made me this sick. I mean, my throat is bad. And I've not been able to practice my music for Tuesday night. So we may not have a concert. We may just have a special. I don't know. It just depends on if I'm able to sing or not. I'm half hoarse right now. Your doctor advised you not to take it? Well, I wish somebody had told me that because I'll tell you, I thought I was dead there for a minute. But like I said, my friend said he knew a friend of his, her aunt actually died from the shot. She had a reaction to it and I guess passed out. Everything turned black. I was still aware. I laid my head down and after a few seconds I came back to my senses, but I was so dizzy-headed I couldn't stand up. And finally, when I did feel a little bit better and tried to walk down the hall to get to the restroom, I had to literally hold on to the wall because I'd take a step and I'd fall over like that. I'd have to hold to the wall to go down the hallway. I said, that just literally scared me to death. Hi, Susan and Laura. I know, I'm never taking that shot again. I'll take the chance on catching the virus. I don't want that again. I advised my friend, I said, if you ever take it, and it's coming up because, he's not too many years younger than me. I said, if you do take it, I said, make sure you got somebody at home with you for at least a week. Because it was several days before it really hit me hard. See, I took it Tuesday and or was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday I took it and by Friday I was dying. I felt a little bit off Thursday, even though I had my live and everything. I was okay to have the live. But by Friday morning, I got up, I felt fine. I come walking in the kitchen, sat down, and all of a sudden it hit me. I broke out in a cold sweat. I was getting dizzy-headed. I was throwing up in the floor. Oh, I don't ever want to experience that again, especially not here by myself. But my friend said evidently his friend's aunt couldn't call for help, or even if she did call for help, she didn't make it. It killed her. Because he said she died from the shot. So she must have had a really bad allergic reaction, a lot worse than I did. And I can't imagine it would have had to be death if it was worse than what I experienced. Yeah, and my chest is still bad. I'm taking cough syrup and Benadryl. And one reason maybe I made it through as well as I did is because I was full of Benadryl already, because my allergies are so bad. I take Benadryl every day. And I had a lot of Benadryl in my system when I got that shot. So that probably helped me get over or through it to the point I am now. But I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, I tell you. I didn't throw up just one time. I threw up 3 or 4 times sitting here at this table. And then by the time I got into the bedroom and the bathroom, I threw up 3 or 4 more times. I threw up till there was nothing in my stomach left to come up. Oh no, you got 25 centimeters of snow the other day. I bet it's pretty. Cold, but I bet it's pretty. No, I'm not going to the ER. The instructions on the pamphlet with the medication said if you experience any of the side effects, call your doctor. Well, I can't just call my doctor and go in to see him. You got to make an appointment, and usually that's weeks in advance, or you don't get in. They don't take walk-ins. That's the reason the first thought was 911 because I knew it wouldn't do any good to call my doctor. They're useless without an appointment. And the emergency room is basically the same way. You go to the emergency room and you sit there for 8 hours before you get seen. I'm around my fur babies. The only time I'm around people is when I go to the store and get groceries, which is seldom, or run into the dollar store and pick up one, a loaf of bread or something. I don't ever want to experience that. I don't remember who it was that said they were diagnosed with it and that they had to go in and get a shot for it. But they were in my live chat the other night. Maybe it was Sunday, last Sunday, because it was before I got the shot, because that's how I even knew, a little bit about the shot was because she had mentioned it in the chat and I questioned her about it. And I forgot to turn my notifications off again. I'm not thinking straight right now, y'all. I just got up. I was halfway laying down on the couch just with my eyes closed because this didn't feel too good. I don't feel just really sick today. I just feel tired and my chest doesn't feel right. Yeah, I don't think I want those shots anymore. Not with the allergic reaction that I had from it. I could have died. And probably I might have if I had not had a lot of Benadryl in my system. No, they wouldn't. I could lay on the floor and say I can't breathe and they'd ignore me. They'd say, well, you got to fill out paperwork. And you spend an hour filling out paperwork and doing this and doing that. And then they'll tell you, okay, well, go sit down and we'll get to you as soon as possible, which would probably be 8 hours later. By then, I'd be dead. No, I never broke out in a rash or anything. But I had all the other symptoms, the dizziness, the cold sweats, the feverish feeling. That very first day is when I felt kind of feverish, but I didn't really have a fever. Nausea, which mine was full grown throwing up, not just nausea. I was, I mean, I emptied my stomach. I don't plan on going anywhere, Uncle BB. Not if I have anything to do with it. I mean, I basically treat myself anyway for my allergies. Like I said, I take Zyrtec every day. I take Benadryl because my allergies are so bad. I've got to take it. If I don't take Zyrtec, my head hurts so bad I can't stand it. I mean, it's like having a real bad migraine. I take a Zyrtec and my headache goes away, but then I have to take Benadryl every day to keep my chest clear. And at my age, they don't want to break down and put me on a routine of allergy shots. I think they might be afraid that Medicare won't pay for them since I've reached the age I am without getting regular shots all the time. They would only give me a shot if I had congestion in my chest or had trouble breathing, then they'd give me a shot. And I really don't want to take regular shots, but hey, when you're allergic to everything in the air and everything around you, what are you going to do? But yeah, I think that's one reason I probably made it through that is because my system was full of Benadryl. It helped fight the allergic reaction somewhat. Life with Pip and Time. So sorry that was so bad on you. We're in the area visiting friends till tomorrow. Holler at us if we can leave You a care package. Oh, I don't need anything. I'm fine. I'm supposed to go to my son's tomorrow for Christmas. It's supposed to rain Tuesday, and my granddaughter can't come Christmas Day. So we're going to do Christmas tomorrow. I just hope I make it driving over there. It's an hour and a half drive for me. And I'm not sure I feel up to driving that distance, but I'll go. I'll probably feel better, even more better by tomorrow. Yes, ma'am, Susan, I do have local honey. I've got some in my cabinet right now. I usually sweeten my tea with it and, stuff like that. Plus, I've had my neighbors aggravating me again. Now they call the surveyor back out here and tried to tell the surveyor that he needed to come check my property lines because I was trying to crowd over on everybody else's property, which is a lie. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to take over the easement where the water meters are back here because the people that are building the house seem like the ones that want to buy it. Relatives live over here on this other side of me, and they want to use the easement as their buggy cart trail to go through there from one house to the other. Well, that's not going to happen because my water meter's in the middle of that easement. They'd have to be running right over my water meter, and they're not going to do that. I'll call the water company. They even told the surveyor that my utility pole was in the easement and that I was well over on the other property. And that's a lie. My utility pole is not in the easement. It's on my property. It's on my lot. My water meter is in the easement. And I know this because I had a discussion with the electric company years ago. I had to get them to put another pole in for me to the house, close up to the house. And they said, well, we've never actually put a pole on your property. She said, even though the one that's there is on your property, it's not in the easement. See, she told me. She said the pole that's there, that we put there, was put before anybody else moved in on that whole block. And there was no one around to get approval to put a pole down except the people that had the lot where I live. And they told them, sure, it's fine. Go ahead and put the pole on their property. Didn't matter. And so they did. But my water meter is down in the easement, which is a good 10 foot away. And they were trying to tell them no, that my pole was in the easement and I was past the property line. I was on other people's property because the poles are supposed to line up at the back of the property with other people's poles. And the surveyor was out here trying to move the line over to put my pole in the easement. I said, there is no way under this sun you ever going to get my pole in the easement because it's not there. It never was there. I said, you see my water meter over there? That's in the easement. I said, you see the blue flags that the water company put down? That's marking their easement. You see where my pole is up here? It's on my property. It's not in the easement. There's no way you can get it in there. They were trying to tell the surveyor that my shed, the back of my shed, was over on the other property. Well, it's not. And if it was over the property line, it would have been in the easement, not on anybody else's property. So, but it's not. It's on my property. It's not over the property line. None of that was true. I said the only thing was the one corner of the lot over here on this far corner, on the opposite side of where the new house is going, the surveyor come through and put down stakes several years ago, and the Mexicans pulled the flags up because I wanted to mark where the property line was, and they pulled them up so nobody could tell where the line was. And I guessed at it. Well, I was close, but I did go over the line a little bit just with a cord. It wasn't a fence. I was not intending on putting a fence up. I just wanted to mark where the line was to give an idea of where the property lines were according to where my water meter was, the easement, and that type of thing. And I told him that when, he come over and saw it. I said, I'm not putting a fence down back here. I said, I'm just trying to mark it to keep these other people from coming in my yard. They have no business coming in my yard. And if I'm gone to the store or I go to my son's for a half a day, they're over here on my property snooping around. They don't think I got cameras and I can see them. Yeah, I can see them. I got cameras all over my yard. And I'm tired of it. And now it's even worse since this new guy's coming in over here. The foreman that's helping build the house is one that wants to buy it. I don't think he signed papers on it yet, but he's wanting to buy it for his wife for Christmas or something. But I got news for him because her family lives over here on the other side of me. Well, they can't just move in a neighborhood and try to push everybody else out, and that's what they're trying to do. I've got no trespassing signs up. They ignore them. I've got a line put up out there, a temporary fence line, which I'm legally allowed to do to mark the boundary. Told them not to come in my property. Don't put trash on my property. Don't push any more of your boulders over here on my side of the property so you can get rid of them. I don't have nowhere to put them, he said. Well, you're not putting them on my property, I told him. I don't want your garbage over here either. He keeps telling those workers over there that it's not my property. Well, it is. I've got a legal paperwork on it stating that is my property. It's in my name. I'm sorry. I didn't want to get into this today, but the whole neighborhood and a lot of the neighborhoods are going through this. The Mexicans, and I have nothing against Mexicans. Some of them are just really nice, sweet people, and some of them are just assholes. And he's one of them. I can't help it if he's only got 5 feet of space on each side of his house. If he wants more property, he needs to buy a house with more property to it. Just because he wants to buy that house with 5 feet on each side doesn't mean he can take over my property. And he's not going to do it. I'm not going to let him. I've tried to be nice about it. I went over there and I told them, I said, I don't want any more boulders shoved over here. They had to use a backhoe to get the boulders over on my side, up in the front corner, well over on my property. Because you can't move them by hand. You can't roll them over even. They're too heavy. And it'll take a backhoe or something to move them. Now they're putting a fence on his side, which I'm glad they're doing. At least they'll know where their fence line is, and they shouldn't come over on my side of it. But I bet they will. Because he's already wanting to cut him a track, a go-kart track, or who knows, even put his darn car on it and drive from his house to the house over here through the easement back here where the water meters are. He starts doing that, and I'm calling the water company. I'll get the right from the water company to put something up there to keep them from coming over my water meter. I mean, they just think they'll aggravate you to death and you'll just sell out and move. And then if you try to sell your property, they're not going to want to give you anything for it. You'll have to give it to them, and I'm not doing it. They don't know me. I've lived here for many darn years, and I'm going to be right here. I know it's sad, Laura. I mean, I believe in live and let live, but when they start pushing me like they're doing, and the other neighbor on the other side of them, friends with them, are helping. She's married to a Mexican. They're all friends together. So she's told them a bunch of lies, too, that I'm trying to take over. She's the one that's taken over because the lot that's between her house and the new house, it belongs to someone else, and they've been taking that lot over because those people don't live here. I can't wait till the people that own it find out what they've been doing over there and run their ass off. I already have Snow White. I've called them. I've reported it, wrote up a complaint about it. They're supposed to come out here and talk to them, but they don't. They just tell you, well, let them finish the house, and if they don't clean up the mess that they did, then sue them. Well, that's not going to put trees back on your property that they cut down. You might get some money in your pocket. Yeah, but, they'll put their fence up and then they'll come on this side of it anyway. I know they will. I mean, I don't care to go in their yard, but like I stopped over there yesterday afternoon because I went to the store and I saw that they threw a whole bunch of, it's not cardboard, but it's paper that's the color of cardboard. It's almost like that wrapping paper, but it was long sheets of it just rolled up and wadded up and thrown down. I don't know what it came off of. But they threw that all over on my side. And I went over there, and there was one of the guys still there waiting for somebody. And he said, "Boss don't want you over here." I said, "I don't care." I said, "I don't want his trash over on my property either. And I've told him not to put it there." He said, "Well, you need to tell him." I said, "I've already told him. Told him several times." So I reached over there and I pulled it all back out. Throw it back on his side where it was supposed to be. I said, "Go throw it on the other side. You don't have to put it on my side of the property." "Boss don't want it on the yard with the new house." I said, "Well, it's his garbage." He don't want it, take it to the dump or burn it. Do something with it. Don't throw it on my property. See, that's what I'm dealing with. And when I say anything about it on YouTube, people think it's drama. It's drama. And I try not to put drama on my channel. Oh, I threatened to do that years ago, Paula. I told my neighbor one time, I said, "I'll put a chain link fence up around all my property, and I'll go one step further. I'll put electricity to it." My neighbor says, "Well, you can't do that." I said, "Oh, yes, I can." Yeah. I mean, I feel for the people I know that's over in Mexico and some of these other countries. They're having a bad time of it. But they're coming over here making us have a bad time. They think because they're here, they can just take over and push you out. Well, I think before the surveyor left, he realized what was going on. It's a bunch of Mexicans moving in trying to shove me out off my property, complaining that I'm doing what they're doing. They're already doing it, but they're saying I did it. Hi, Linda Blaylock. How are you doing today? We've got a Mexican chief of police out here. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Maybe that gives Mexicans, they think they have the right to do whatever they want to because they've got law enforcement that are Mexican that they're not going to do anything. But I think they're going to get a fooling. I mean, I don't think our chief of police is that way. I don't think he's favoring Mexicans over any of us, but he always seemed like a really nice guy, so I don't know. Yeah, they'll love you to death and stab you in the back. I found that out the hard way. They'll come over and fix anything for you and fix it where it's booby-trapped to break down later. And they do it to run you out of your property, making you give up and want to sell and just move somewhere else. So I'm not having any of them fix anything for me. Well, I don't know if a 6-foot wooden fence would do any good. They could climb over that. Might need a 10-foot chain link fence with barbed wire strung across the top of it. I shouldn't say that. I mean, there's some nice Mexican people, don't get me wrong. I've known good people. There's good and bad people in all races and all colors, all nationalities. I'm not just saying Mexicans, period, because I know it's not all of them. I've never had any problem with these people next door over here. I leave them alone, they leave me alone. But it's not getting that way anymore since they've got a younger couple fixing to move in that's relatives of these people over here. It's the younger ones that are coming in causing the problem. He even had him go over there and recheck the lines on the lot next to me. And I know the guy that owns it. And I even told the guy over here that's building the house who owns this lot over here. That's how he knows. He told the surveyor, "Oh, I know who owns that lot. Go check the lines over there and make sure she's not over on it." Well, the only reason he knew who owns it is because I told him. I shouldn't have told him. Well, unfortunately, fencing costs money that I don't have. This is rock out here. You'd have to get an auger. They've been using a jackhammer next door for every hole they put down. It took them hours to bust through the rock with a jackhammer, putting the holes down, rather than rent an auger. Yeah, I don't doubt it, Snow White. I expect now to all of a sudden start having problems with my water meter back here. And if I do, I'm notifying the water company. Because I've lived here for all these years, I've never had any problems with my water meter. I better not all of a sudden start having troubles with it. Because if I do, I know that they're behind it. They'll come over here when I'm not here trying to booby trap stuff or cause problems over here. I know they will. And I'm going to put up more cameras too. Yeah. My son didn't believe me when I told him that I hit what I aim at when I shoot a gun. And he's got a little practice shooting range behind his house that he goes on a lot. And even has my granddaughter back there practicing sometimes. Well, he talked me into it one day. He said, "Well, come on, Mom, come shoot the pistol with me." I said, "Well, I've never shot a pistol before, but," I said, "if it doesn't kick, I can shoot it because I can't shoot a gun that kicks much with my neck injury because it would cause too much trauma to my neck." And I forgot what kind of pistol it was, but it's a high caliber. I think it's one like the cops carry. And we went back there, and I was the first one to shoot. I picked it up, and I aimed, and I shot. Hit the target dead on first shot, hit it the second shot. And then I wanted to experiment, try something that my dad told me. He said, "You're a short person, so he said, I don't advise you ever to aim for the head because you'd more than likely be going in an up position with the gun." And he said, "You can't line your sights up when you're going up like that. If you're going down, you can, or if you're going straight, you can." And I just, for the heck of it, tried on the third shot to raise the barrel just a tiny bit to shoot for the head, and I missed. And I knew I would because of what my dad told me, but you want to try something and just see. So I did. And I told my son, well, I said, "That's it, I'm done." Because I think he realized what I did. I took that last shot just to see what would happen. And my dad was right. You can't line it up. There's no way I could line that sight up to hit the target to raise the barrel, and even the slightest. Well, I don't want to kill anything. I wouldn't want to go to prison for anything. killing anybody or anything else. But if it meant my life or their life, I'm not the one that's going to die. Hopefully. But I mean, it's sad, that they come into a neighborhood with this attitude. I know from experience what they do. They'll come in, they love you to death, do anything for you, don't want to charge you, but they'll fix stuff where it breaks again real fast. Dennis says, I like killing time. But that's enough about all that. He's probably going to watch this live, or he may be watching it now. I don't care. But I hope he gets the message. I know what they're up to, and they need to stop it. You just got through watching my sausage balls video. They're good. They really are. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Talk to you later. Well, you don't have to leave. I'm not talking about all that stuff anymore. It's done. I'm not going to spend my whole life ranting and raving about that kind of stuff. I didn't even want to bring it up today, but call ice. Yeah, I need ice. Mr. T. Well, by the time the surveyor left my house anyway, he told me, he said at this point, he said, I don't know where the lines are. He said, a lot of the surveying stakes have been pulled up. I said, I know. They'll pull the flags up. They pull the stakes up. They don't want you to know where the property lines are. So he said, I'm not sure it's where I put that mark. He said, it's where the line is between the lots. But he said, I don't know how far back it goes. Well, I do. It's 110 feet from the street back, but I don't know what point on the street they measure that from. Talking about it is therapy. Yeah, I guess maybe. How was that peanut butter, the peanut butter fudge? It's real good. I took it out of that pan today and put it in a container because I'm going to take it to my son's house for Christmas. I can't eat all that. I mean, I'd be, I don't know what I'd do trying to eat all that fudge. I'm going to have to take it and spread it around and let other people eat it. It's real creamy. It's good. It's a creamy type fudge. It's not like solid hard. I mean, even though you can cut it in little blocks, it's not real hard like a regular fudge is. Oh no, Uncle BB. Yeah, when people are courting, they're usually on their good behavior, and then after you get married or they get you, then it's downhill from there, seem like. Give some to my neighbor. Which one? Well, they put property stakes down in the street, on the side of the street. It's in the pavement, but it's on the street. But, the streets have been repaired so much over the years, you can't find the property stakes out there. I mean, the one they just put down over here next door, you can find. It's there. But, I mean, you might be able to find them if you knew exactly where the line was and could go straight out to the street with a metal detector or something. You might be able to find it. But I don't have a metal detector. Well, years ago, they tried to tell me that I was over on other people's property with my patio and with a lot of the stuff in my yard. And one guy come by over here. He was surveying, I think, for across the street. And you know, they match up the property lines with what's on this side of the street to that side of the street to get it all correct. And he come over here to find my property line that's right at the edge of my house out here. And he said, well, there's the property line right there. He said, you're over the property line. I said, yeah, I know. I said, it don't matter. I own the lot. I said, I own both lots. It don't matter if I'm over the line. He didn't say another word. I own 3 lots. My house is on the middle one. And my neighbor over here is trying to say that I don't own the lots. But I do. I got the deed to prove it. It's registered with the courthouse in my name. And, you know, the electric company's got it on record that that pole is on my property. It's not in the easement. They got a record of that. And I told that to the surveyor. I said, well, the electric company says it's on my property. It's not in the easement. All he had to do was call them and verify it. Because the Mexican that bought the property behind me, kind of to the side, almost like directly behind the new house over here on the other street, he was trying to say that I had to move my shed. My shed was on his property. I don't think so. It's on my property, and then you got the easement behind it, and then you got the property line of his corner back there. I don't have to move nothing. Oh, I'm afraid I'm running everybody off. Laura, don't leave, because I don't want to talk about all that stuff anymore. Well, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas too, Laura, but don't leave because of the drama, because we're not having no more of that today. Talk about happy thoughts and Christmas thoughts. Yeah, I don't want them to pay anything for me or do anything for me. Just leave me alone. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Tuesday's Christmas Eve, y'all. Wednesday's Christmas Day. Christmas just jumped up on us here this year. I said, wait, have I been that busy that time has just flew by? Everybody's out today trying to do the last minute Christmas shopping. The next 2 days will be real busy in the stores too, buying last minute Christmas stuff. You remind me of Betty Davis in Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. I don't remember that movie. Hi, Frida. How's Frida doing? Well, thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I'm going to be real careful. I told my son, I said, I had a bad reaction to that shot. And I said, hopefully I'll be able to drive over there Monday. Yeah, and then we got New Year's the very next week. When she said, get on my land, Luke skins. Yeah, I shouldn't. But the neighbors will know. They'll see my car leave. We'll get together Wednesday, really, on Christmas Day. I'll probably do last minute shopping tomorrow of some kind. I'm sure there's the last few things that I need to get. Get a scarecrow. Well, I got security cameras up all over the place. I'll need to get a few more. They pretty much cover my whole yard. Linda, you know, love drama. Can't we have Xmas and drama? No, I don't like drama. It just gets me upset. I'd rather talk happy thoughts. Rather talk happy thoughts. Yeah, it's supposed to rain here, I think, Tuesday. And then my granddaughter is working this week too. So it's kind of hard for us to get together with everybody's jobs and one thing or another, for everybody to get together all at one time. Oh, Tamara, your daughter is hosting her first family Christmas dinner with 20 people. I'm nervous wreck. Sure, it will be fine. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be fine. Tell us a happy story. Well, somebody had asked me the other day if I was going to make Christmas crack this year. I said I thought that video last year would have been enough. Just go back and watch that one. It's a funny one. I said I made that hilarious making that Christmas crack video last year because I wanted it to be funny, but I don't know if anybody thought it was funny or just I had lost my mind. If you haven't seen it, go back and see if you can find it and watch it, where I made Christmas crack last year. Diana says, I'm eating chocolate pie starting my Christmas week. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, too. I love chocolate pie. New Jersey is 22 degrees. Oh, that's too cold. It's 65 here right now. And I think it's supposed to be 69 tomorrow. 69, 70 degrees. And it's like in the 40s and 50s at night, so it's not real cold. You just need enough heat on to take the chill out of the air, usually. If these people don't leave me alone, it will be Xmas cracked. Christmas cracked. Yeah. What is your daughter fixing for her dinner? You know what she's got on the menu, Tamara? 28 degrees in Connecticut. Ooh, that's cold. 18 in New York. Ooh, that's too cold. Oh no, Christmas Eve you're getting a snowstorm, Laura C. Oh no. I bet it'll be beautiful though. A white Christmas, that'll be beautiful, but oh gosh, that could cause a lot of problems. A snowstorm at Christmas. And there's Jackie M. I don't remember who it was that said they were diagnosed with RSV, or they went in for RSV or something last week. You got 5 grandkids there, Dennis? Well, I understand. Oh, Lordy, the menu is endless. I set the bar pretty high. Christmas will be about 4 pounds. Well, I hope you are blessed too, Diana, and a Merry, Merry Christmas to you, and a safe, Happy New Year. We need to do something for New Year's this year too. We did last year. I did a live and we watched the ball drop. It was good for people that were homebodies, you couldn't get out and go anywhere. We got to chat online and watch the ball drop in New York City together. I love pork chops. I do too. And there's Karen Meyer. Hello, Karen. How's Karen doing today? Pork chops and sauerkraut. Well, I've never had that combination. But I love sauerkraut and I love pork chops, but not necessarily together. I've had the beef and sauerkraut, um, and I like sauerkraut on hot dogs or sausage dogs. Emily, oh my goodness, my favorite thing to do on New Year's Eve is get drunk. I don't think so. I don't ever want to be drunk. You don't like New Year's Eve? Yeah, I love fried pork chops. I like them till the fat on them are real crispy and brown. They taste so good. Emily needs a chaperone. Yeah, but I don't drink. I don't get drunk. I don't want to. Don't care to. I knew a girl one time that she'd get so drunk sometimes going out to the bars or the clubs that she didn't even know what she did the next. I mean, she'd wake up the next day and didn't even know what she did or where she went the night before. I said, I don't ever intend to be that way. No, I don't have a P.O. box. If you'll send me an email, I'll return it with my address, my mailing address. My Gmail address is on underneath all of my videos in the description. I am too, Donna. I'm allergic to the whatever stuff that's in it. It wires me. I drank some wine cooler one time because I was having a hard time sleeping, and some friends of mine said, well, drink a wine cooler and relax you can go right to sleep. It was like, whoa. I was up all night like I was plastered to the wall because I'm allergic to something in it. I meant to say coleslaw, sweet and sour. It's delicious. Yeah, I don't ever want to be that way. I don't ever want to drink and get drunk and not know what I've done. Karen, you're the one that was sick with RSV? Well, I don't know if you were here earlier when I said that I went in and got an RSV shot this week, and it made me sicker than a dog. I thought I was dying. I had every one of the symptoms or the side effects from that shot that they claim you can have. I was throwing up, feverish, dizzy headed, on the verge of blacking out. Oh, I broke out in a cold sweat, and my chest doesn't feel good today, even. But yesterday, oh, I was on the verge of dialing 911 and then realized I couldn't even get to my phone to dial it because I thought I was dying. Yeah, we can see your post, Jana. I can see your post. Well, I tell you what, the allergic reaction I had to the RSV shot that I got this week, I don't ever want to experience that again. Never. Because I literally thought I was dying. You need to go to AA. Yeah, I figured I'd go in and get that RSV shot, and it might make me feel a little off the next day, and that'd be it, because that's the way all the other shots did. This one knocked me for a loop. I don't support either one, Elza. We don't talk stuff like that in here. I don't either, Gladys. I'll drink my Coca-Cola and my Pepsi and my Mountain Dew and my tea and a little bit of coffee. Y'all can have the alcohol. Lady, be cool. Huh. Well, I thought I was over the shot the next day because, I felt a little down and I kind of felt feverish, but then it blew over. But then by Friday, oh, I was so sick I felt like I was dying. Yeah, see, you had no reaction because you weren't allergic to anything in it. I was allergic to, I guess, everything in that shot because it liked to kill me. I couldn't even hold my head up there for a while. I felt like I was blacking out. I couldn't walk down the hall to even get to the restroom. It was terrifying. I don't ever want to experience it again, that's for sure. No. I'll do without. I can't imagine this illness being any worse than that shot was. After that experience, I'd be scared to death to take another shot of it. Now, the COVID shots didn't bother me at all. The flu shots don't bother me. But that RSV shot, whew, I don't know what is in it that I was allergic to, but it sure did a number on me, and it still is. Have y'all been doing some Christmas shopping, buying pretty stuff? I love going out shopping in the stores at Christmas time, even if I don't buy anything. Because I love just going in the stores, seeing all the Christmas stuff and seeing all the Christmas items they've got everywhere. Well, I don't spend that much at Christmas time. I don't think it's right to go overboard at Christmas and spend tons of money. I mean, there's no need in it. The extreme crowds now cause you anxiety. I'm not taking that shot. It made you sick. I'm on oxygen anyway, not messing with it. Yeah, it may not bother you if you're not allergic to stuff in it, but evidently I was allergic to something in it or everything in it. I don't know. But it liked to kill me. Waiting for the eats, that's your favorite part? Yeah. There's always good food at Christmas time. Christmas and Thanksgiving, you always get good food. Good pies and cakes and all kind of good stuff. Emily said she was just out in the mall yesterday buying all her Christmas gifts. Did you buy yourself something pretty? Karen says, I feel like a truck ran over me. Well, I'll tell you what, the other day when I was experiencing all that allergic reaction, I felt like 10 semis ran over me and parked on top of me because I couldn't get up. I mean, I feel better today. It's just my chest doesn't feel right. Almost like I got flu or cold in my chest. Well, that's one reason I called the pharmacist. And they didn't even tell me to notify my doctor. They probably thought I already had. I don't know. But I called them just to find out if that was normal reactions to that shot. And they said, yeah, it can be. Not to everybody, but that's allergic reactions to it. I said, it's probably a good thing I was so full of Benadryl. That might be the only thing that saved my hide. It helped fight the allergic reaction, having Benadryl in my system already. You bought yourself a new outfit? Oh, wow. You always got to treat yourself when you shop for other people. Can't always buy gifts for everybody else. You got to treat yourself too occasionally. Oh, me. Your fudge made you hungry. My fudge made you hungry. It's real good. It's rich though. Oh my! Well, fudge is sugar. A little bit goes a long way. And I cut mine in like 1 inch little squares, and then I tried to eat one. I said I could have made them half that big or even a third that big, and that would have been plenty because you can't eat a whole block. You can't eat a whole 1 inch square of that stuff. It's so rich, but it is so good. Oh my gosh. But I'll be taking it to my son so they can enjoy some peanut butter fudge because I can't eat all that. Not even going to try. Yeah, I do too, Leanna. That's what I like about shopping is looking at all the Christmas decorations and Christmas stuff they got in the stores, and a lot of them are playing Christmas music. I'm going to celebrate next year when my house gets paid off. Well, you celebrate this year. You only got one more year to go. And then have a bigger celebration next year. I got myself a Joe Malone candle when I was at Tanger shopping for Mom and sister. Well, that sounds good. I love candles, but I can't burn the scented candles because I'm always allergic to them. They make me sick. I have to burn the unscented candles. Or like the two I had sitting on the bar the other night, they were battery operated little candles, those white ones, so you don't smell them. I love the scented candles though, the smell of them, but about the time you start smelling it, I'm sick already from it, so I can't burn them in the house. I'm going to try to do another video tonight that I can post tomorrow. Oh, that sounds good, Diana. Well, there's the marshmallow cream that's in my pecan or my peanut butter fudge. It's got 7-ounce container of marshmallow cream in it. And it makes it a little bit softer than regular fudge. It's not real hard. That sounds good, Diana. Oh, man. Yeah, it looks so gloomy and doomy today, like it wanted to rain all day. I mean, the sun has hardly been out at all. And the wind, it blew like crazy a little earlier. It's calmed down now. But it was blowing real hard like there was a storm brewing. But like I said, it blew over. And I said, well, maybe it's just leading up to the rain we're going to have Tuesday. Live on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'm going to have a live on Christmas Eve of some kind. It's going to be a special. I wanted to do another concert, but with my chest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I play a fireplace video on my TV. Yeah, well, I've got a portable electric fireplace here, but the heating part of it still works, but my lights don't burn, so I don't see the fireplace burning. I wish I knew how to replace the lights in it, but I don't. The bulbs, they claim you can replace them, but I don't know how to do it. Yes, Diana, I'll be with my son and granddaughter and my family on Christmas. My granddaughter will be 22 years old this summer. So she's not no little tot anymore. She's a big girl. Yeah, I've only got one grandchild, and that was my granddaughter. I come from a big family. My dad came from a huge family. I had 2 kids, and then I've only got one granddaughter, one grandchild. My daughter never had any children, which was a shame because I would have loved to have more grandkids. She lives about an hour up away from me in Fort Worth, a place called Vista Ranch. You've heard of Vista Ranch? It's a really nice place. It's all like $500,000 nice homes and up, high price homes. They have acre lots in there. I took my car earlier by the car wash because it was so dusty. It was just covered in dust, just to rinse the dust off of it. It looks a little better, but it's still dusty, I think. And I didn't get out there and wipe the windows off. I need to do that. Well, thank you, Snow White. I'm thinking of you too. Love you too. I hope you have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a Merry, Merry, really sweet Christmas this year. Yeah, I decided last year to have a live on Christmas Eve because I realized there was a lot of my subscribers that were going to be home. Some of them home by themselves on Christmas Eve, and you know, some that could not get out, some that weren't going to go out, some that did not want to go out. So I thought it would be nice just to have a New Year's Eve, a Christmas Eve live, just to get together, just to get together and chat and enjoy one another's company on Christmas Eve. And if my chest will let me, maybe have a concert. Okay, Snow White. Get some rest, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And have a beautiful Merry Christmas. Hope to see you maybe Christmas Eve night for the live. Yeah, finger food is real, it's a lot easier on everybody. Okay, Karen, you're going back to bed. Okay, well, get some rest. Yeah, my daughter and my son live in opposite directions away from me. My son is like south, an hour and a half south, and my daughter's like an hour or so north, can say north, but they're like in opposite directions. You sent me an email on Facebook Messenger, Janie. I was looking to see if I can find anything from you. I don't see anything. Of course, I'm not on Facebook on my laptop, so I don't know. Oh, a friend request. I'm not seeing it. Linda, or are you looking in your email? Oh, no, I didn't. I haven't gotten one from you, Jane. Or I'm not seeing it anyway. I've just looked in my Gmail. I don't see any email from anybody. But the email address is under all my videos. It's in the description. It's hauserlinda49 at Gmail. Yes, it's a Gmail account. hauserlinda49 at Gmail. It should be right underneath all the videos, or even my live. It should be under there. I can't see my Gmail on my cell over here, my phone, my camera, but I'm looking at my laptop, and it's always right under the videos in the description. So I don't know where it's at on yours. I have no idea. What is good with ginger ale that's not alcoholic? I made a really good watermelon fruit slushy with ginger ale. It's real good. You can put watermelon, strawberries, bananas, and all the liquid that you pour in it is ginger ale. And it is so good. And put just a teaspoon of vanilla in it. Oh, how sweet, Dennis. Brooklyn, thank you. Bless your heart. She's making something to send me for Christmas. 7-Up and vanilla ice cream is good for anything. But I did a video on that fruit slushy or whatever I called it that I make with watermelon, 7-Up, and you can use ginger ale, 7-Up, or any of that. Mountain Dew even. Mountain Dew, 7-Up, or ginger ale. All three would be good. But just throw some chunks of watermelon, a couple of strawberries, throw a banana in there, any other kind of fruit you got, and just slush it all up, make your slushy. It's so good. It really is. Your Catholic grandmother taught you that. Well, I don't have a hangover either, and I don't ever have one, but vanilla ice cream and ginger ale or 7-Up would be good anyway. Yeah, and just put a little bit of vanilla extract, vanilla flavoring in it. It's real good. I made a whole blender full of it. And I think I did put a spoonful of vanilla, maybe not quite a spoonful. But I made the whole thing full. I had slushy to drink for a couple of days. It was real good. That reminds me of the time my mom came out here, and it was so hot that summer. And we just wanted something cold to drink. So when we went to the store, I bought I buy the little frozen containers of like margarita mix and some other different types of mixes, but I don't put alcohol in it. I just bring it home and I make it and I pour it over ice and make a slushy out of it. And that's what me and my mom drank. It was a strawberry daiquiri slushy, non-alcoholic, because I didn't put alcohol. And it was real good. It cooled us off. But I told her, I said, Mom, it's not alcoholic, because she doesn't drink either. I said, it's non-alcoholic. I don't put alcohol in anything. I said, it makes a good slushy drink. Oh my goodness, Dennis. My dad always said my mom had a hangover when she sat on a bar stool. She hung over the seat. She told him, well, you have a Dunlap. Oh, it's real good, Diane, in the summer. I did a short video on it last summer sometime. I used some of my watermelon in it. And I'd freeze watermelon in baggies and take it out when I'd want to make a slushy. I'd take it out and put chunks of the frozen watermelon in the slushy in the container, the blender, with my other fruit. That way it already had ice in it. Janie said I did that this year. It's that shot, Diana. It's allergies. I had a really bad allergic reaction to the RSV shot I took this week, and it still got my chest irritated and raw. I'm feeling a lot better, but I thought I was going to die this week from that allergic reaction I had to it. I had a severe allergic reaction to that shot. To the point I would have dialed 911 if I could have got to my phone, but I couldn't. I didn't have my phone, so. But then I was glad later I didn't have my phone on hand because I would have hated to know I went to the emergency room over it. Oh, that sounds good, Janie. Making coffee with peppermint and cocoa in it. Hot cocoa sounds real good. I've got some hot cocoa mix somewhere in my cabinet if I can go find it. Find where I put it. I bought some apple cider and hot chocolate. Real good in coffee. Oh no, you still need to be checked out to be sure everything is good. My doctor's probably not even in his office this week. That cold hitting my throat and my chest feels good. Well, I've had a cough for over 40 years living here in Texas since I'm allergic to everything. And that shot didn't help this week, that's for sure. I mean, the druggist told me just take ibuprofen and you'll be okay. I hope. Oh, I'm working on a quilt cover for my chair. I will be happy when I get through with it. Oh, I can imagine. I bet it'll be pretty though when you get it finished. Okay, well, look forward to your next cook. Just go into watch now. All right, Jamie. I guess y'all see that I had to re-edit that live the other night when I showed that precious little video of Dennis's grandson. He was so cute. But they copyrighted my video for that little bit of music in that whole 2 hour live. They copyrighted the whole thing. They should have just let me go in and edit it and take out that one little section and let it go, but there was no way I could go in without just downloading the whole live and edit it and then upload it again. So that's what I had to do. And I had over 1,000 views on it already. Yeah, he was going to town with that pizza cutter. He was adorable. That's why I showed it. I mean, I couldn't resist showing it to everybody. He was so cute. I think that was about the biggest pizza wheel I've ever seen. Pizza cutter. Mine is little bitty. It's not that big. Oh, don't worry about it, Dennis. I edited it and I uploaded it again and I published it. It'll get some views. It may not get as many, but being able to show him with that pizza was worth it. He was so cute. I was wondering if he ever did get it cut. He kept sawing across it. I said, that poor little guy, he's working at cutting that pizza. Oh no, your grandson has walking pneumonia and my daughter still brought him here. Hope I don't catch it. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if you can catch pneumonia, can you? I mean, pneumonia is not like a virus that you catch. It's contagious, is it? I don't think it is. It's not. Let me look it up. I don't even know. I've had pneumonia one time in my life. Oh, come on. Oh, it says yes, some types of pneumonia are contagious. and can spread from person to person. It's the bacterial viral pneumonia that's contagious. The fungal types of pneumonia is not contagious. Hmm. So it depends on basically what type of pneumonia you have, whether you how contagious you are. They are annoying me with football right now, and I can't stand it. You told him not to breathe your way. Who's playing in the football game that they're watching, Dennis? I don't even know who's playing football today. I don't keep up with it anymore since my kids are not in sports in school anymore. You're sending me a picture of the crew with no music? Okay. All right, Donna, you have a blessed night. Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Yeah, I hope everybody can show up on Christmas Eve night for the special that we're having. I mean, if you got your family, I understand, but if you're home alone and you want company, just come join our our Christmas Eve special. Hang out with us. Get your hot chocolate and your cookies and whatever else you want and come visit with us Christmas Eve. Well, I love your company too, Jackie. I love all of my subscribers' company when they come in to chat because I love chatting with everybody. It's like having people come visit me and sit down and chat with everybody, talk with them, have a conversation through the chat box. Yeah, I hope so, Gladys. Diana says, well, Miss Linda, I'm going to rest, have baking to do tomorrow, and make cheese ball tomorrow. Need to start prepping. Okay. All right. Well, you have a good time, Diana, preparing all that stuff for your Christmas celebration. I know usually it's a lot of fun just getting stuff ready. And then it's even more fun when everybody gets together. So enjoy. Don't overdo. We'll see you next time. See how long we've been on here. We probably ought to get off anyway. We've been on here quite a while. Almost two, not quite 2 hours. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it do a wrap on this live. Since I'm not feeling too good, I still got a video to try to do. I might rest a little bit and then try to do it. But I appreciate all of you coming in and joining me. It made my day to be able to chat with everybody today. Linda, honey, I have my family. That's why I'll be there. Okay, well, good deal. Good night to you, Dennis. Good night, everybody. Good night, Brooklyn. Good night, the fabulous 5 grandkids of Dennis's. Call them the Fab 5. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you so much for coming into my live this afternoon. I've enjoyed it. Hope you have too. Love y'all. See you next time. Bye now.